This video talks a lot about my political stance and what I feel about what is happening in my side of the world currently in the US. So if you feel uncomfortable with hearing about that, or if you came to this video or to YouTube directly for just some self-care and some time away from hearing about politics, I totally understand that. Self-care is important and you do your thing. I just want to let you know beforehand that that's something that is mentioned in this video quite a bit. So keep watching if you feel like doing so. If not, totally understandable. I feel like it's kind of sad right now that I'm feeling the need to do a disclaimer, if you will, before my video that discusses something political. That's where we are now though, so have a great day. Bye. Hey, I thought I would do this format again. I did it for my New Year's resolutions video and I really liked it because I was able to do something that I need to do, which is get ready for the day, and also rant, which is also something that I need to do a lot of the time. I'm in the middle of my Sunday, it's like 2 p.m. now. I woke up and I was gonna do this like as I was getting ready for the day, but everything got really overwhelming because of social media, which I will discuss within this video. However, I needed some time to just like calm myself down a little bit. I went to the diner with my best friend for like brunch-ish at like 12 o'clock, so that was good. I came back, I cleaned like pretty much my entire apartment because I had people over on Thursday, which was really nice. And this was the first day that I had off since then, so it was the first day where I was just like getting myself together. This was actually a really cool week. I had people over on Thursday and it went really well. It was one of those times where it was just like, wow, everyone's just having a great time. This is the thing that's gonna happen though with this format, is like I don't actually get ready. But the day after that, I went on a date and it was like the cutest date ever. I don't know if you guys know what restaurant week is, but basically it's where like fancy restaurants have a specific formatted menu and you get like all of that food for like a fixed price. So I got a 3-course meal with like wine pairings and I got to dress really cute. It was the cutest. I had a great week. I went to work the following night, and because I was enjoying my time, I wasn't paying attention to social media for the past few days. So that night I went to work and one of my regulars who knows that I was really upset that I missed the Women's March was like, hey, just so you know, there's a rally going on at JFK right now if you're able to catch it. And I had work until 11:30 p.m. so I wasn't gonna be able to make it, which was kind of upsetting, but I didn't know what was happening during that time because for the past few days I wasn't paying attention to like Twitter, which is where I get most of my like super upsetting news lately. So then I had to, on my break, just like scroll through and see what was happening, and everything's just so heartbreaking all the time now. I feel like it's really hard lately to figure out, and I think this goes for a lot of people, it's really hard to figure out the balance between normal life and also what society is doing right now and how you can be a part of that and help with that and also not want to freak out all the time. Like this morning I did my usual scroll through social media before getting out of bed thing, but instead of feeling like ready for the day after that, I just literally wanted to go back to bed, which is not a progressive move on my part, right? I should actually be doing things, and that's something that I need to strive to do more, is actually take action instead of just getting sad or stressed. Because as I am understanding more and more, and it's just like a really disgusting fact that I'm privileged, and it's becoming like more and more blatantly obvious how privileged I am, and I need to use that to actually like work towards making everything okay again instead of just like sitting in my bed. I'm gonna take the next week to look at the different phone call lists. I think there's this thing called 5calls.org that I can look into and just try and work things out. And I live in New York, so there's gonna be rallies every day, all the time, always. I feel like New York is one of those places right now that's just like super stressed all the time. I don't know if it's the same thing as where you live. I don't know how other states are reacting. Please let me know how your state is reacting. Because for me, I live in Long Island, New York, so a lot of the people in Long Island, New York are like relatively conservative. So when you see a liberal, you just like, we're both equally stressed. Like, it's one of those things. But New York in general, like when you go into the city and everything, like everyone's just like, what is going on? Everyone's freaking out and they're all trying to take action at once, but at the same time, so many different things are happening at once. It's like 5 different executive orders at once. If none of this is anything that you want to hear, I'm sorry. I got nothing. I don't want to say that I won't talk about it, because I'm going to talk about it because it's something that I have an opinion on at the moment, and this channel is here for me to share my opinions. And you can share your opinions as well. You're more than welcome to do so down below. I'm not deleting any comments, as long as they're like respectful comments. Like, I'm not here to judge your opinions at all. Just, you know, I'm here talking. You're here listening. If you don't want to listen, you absolutely don't have to. Okay, what else? Oh, also, you know what's freaking me out is the fact that like this stuff is I'm only seeing this stuff discussed on Twitter, and like I know that people do so a lot on Facebook as well. I don't have a Facebook, but from what I've heard, a lot of people have a lot of family arguments on Facebook about politics. But I only really know what's going on in the real world through newspapers, because I subscribe to those and that's important. New York Times is getting a huge blow right now, and I'm extremely worried about the freedom of speech, but New York Times is very important and dear to me, and I will pick it up regularly, always, as well as the Wall Street Journal. So I get my news from there, as well as Twitter, and I look at like verified accounts, and you really have to like check your facts and like make sure that everything's an actual fact and not an alternative fact. Am I right? But that's where I'm seeing all of the coverage happening, and I'm not seeing anybody's opinions on YouTube. And I wonder if like we're creating safe spaces for ourselves. Like, is everybody just talking about it on Twitter because they want to create a safer space on YouTube where they can like, where we're making a balance between social content and like heavy content? And Twitter has become the heavy content, and YouTube has just been like social content, happy-go-lucky content that we could go to like ease our mind after the pain of the heavy content. Is that what we're doing? If that's the case, is that okay? Are we okay with that? I don't know if I'm okay with that. I want to see more coverage everywhere, and at the same time I know that everybody needs a break once in a while. Just like I needed a break this morning, I needed to eat and then come back and then just like spew some thoughts out. Is that okay? It's just something that I have been seeing on one social media site and not the other, and I was just curious as to how everybody else felt about that. Other forms of entertainment, TV shows as opposed to literature. Something that I've noticed is that there's just an overwhelmingly large amount of new content that I want to watch TV-wise and like movie-wise. However, I've found that personally I haven't been able to watch anything new by myself, which is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I've been watching movies that are new to me with others, and I've been watching TV shows that are new to me with others, but when I try to do it by myself, I might get through an episode, and that's about it. It always looks so bizarre on camera. I swear it looks better eventually. I want to be able to enjoy content by myself, and the only way that I'm able to do that right now is through literature. I like read books by myself that I haven't read before, and I really enjoy doing that, but for some reason when I try and do that with a TV show, I find that either my attention span is waning or I just feel uncomfortable watching it, which is so bizarre to me, and I don't know why that is either. And I feel like none of these things that I'm talking about right now have any sort of conclusive statement. They're just things that I've noticed that I want to just like throw into the world and be like, is this normal? Like, is this something that I am just like working through on my own and like nobody else is this anything? Can you help? I want to experience new content. There's so many TV shows that I want to watch right now. Westworld, Game of Thrones. I want to watch the OA. I want to watch like so many new things, but instead I'm only rewatching The Office like 5,000 times, or Gilmore Girls 5,000 times. I've been rewatching Friends episodes, and I think that's because I love the comfort of those shows and I can do other things while I'm watching those and not pay attention as much because I've already seen them 1,000 times. However, I would really like to experience new content as well. I find that even with shows that I've kept up with before, like Shameless, like I haven't been watching the new season. I don't know what it is, like I really don't. However, reading is something that I'm totally comfortable doing with on my own at the moment, which I guess is a good thing, right? The main thing that I find that isn't conclusive enough here is just the fact that I haven't gone to any rallies or do anything to like support the fact that I'm feeling really terrible about the way that my government is being governed at the moment. So this video mainly is to hold myself accountable for that, to make sure that I do go to some sort of political event sooner rather than later, before everything is too late, to make calls, because while that does make me feel uncomfortable, and I'm sure it makes everyone uncomfortable, it's one of those things that like once you take that step, it'll be so much easier, and it'll take 2 seconds and then I'll be done. So that's one of those things that I have to do. Really just need to hold myself accountable here. So I'm holding myself accountable for that. I want to experience new media. I'm gonna do that. Another thing that was, okay, almost forgot to say this, but one of the pictures that I saw on Twitter was just like a ton of lawyers, like at least a dozen or so lawyers sitting on the ground at the JFK terminal, trying to help out the people that were being detained, and that was just incredible to me, and it showed me how much I need to be educated, more so to help others than to help myself, really. And I wouldn't be doing that through being a lawyer, obviously, but maybe through some sort of media. It's just really, really important to like make sure that I get educated to be able to help others as well as myself, which is something that I hadn't thought of previously, and it's really, really wonderful that people were able to do that. And that was just like, I don't know, everything's been giving me chills lately. Yeah, I think these chats are really just so I can rant to you guys a lot because I don't end up doing my makeup at all. What TV shows have you guys been watching? Can you let me know? I tried watching a series of Unfortunate Events too. I got to like episode 3, and again, it's not because I'm not enjoying it. I just find that I'm not paying attention to it fully. This is just jumping all over the place now. But as much as I don't want to look at Twitter sometimes, or I don't want to look at like the rougher like social media coverage, I feel like if I don't look at it like at least a few times a day, I'm gonna be missing something huge that I should know about that's happening in my country, which is again terrifying. Remember when like I was okay with not looking at it for like a week? Because I don't. I'm gonna do my eye makeup. Give me a minute. Once I do find ways to help out as much as possible, I will definitely make a video about that if you guys are interested in that. But also I'm not gonna stop making the content that I generally make as well. Like I really still just wanna make book videos and vlog videos and everything, but I also want to let you guys know how I'm feeling like I generally do in vlog videos. So like this is a vlog video, but just letting you know how I'm feeling in general as well, about how life is going everywhere, how the world news is making me feel. My blue hair is making me feel great, so there's that. Mainly, like I said, I've been seeing a lot of this on Twitter, so naturally I'm retweeting a lot of things and just, you know, bumming out on there. So if you want to hear more things like that, you can totally check out Twitter. There's that. And then also I'll be on here once in a while doing the fun things and also doing the other things, because I want to find a balance between trying to round out everything and make sure that everything is not just lighthearted and also just like giving you all the feelings all the time. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you're having a great week. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.